I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Riding with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Riding with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Riding with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Riding with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Riding with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Riding with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Riding with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Riding with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Riding with country bass, country bass.
You are way too turned.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Feeling like $1 billion. Yeah, couldn't give $1 billion fucks. No, I've been stacking Bitcoin. Yeah, so now your boy is up.
Yeah, yeah.
Pull up in that melanin. I bet you that she coming in. You can't pay these vibes. Live a life. Only need a crib for the dollar bill.
Dollar bill down.
Need a crib. I done took the orange pill.
Took it, I'm gone, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, baby, jumping location. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, you know that I'm a bad. Girl, I know you want it bad. Ooh, baby, jumping location. Baby, jumping location. Ooh, you know what I'm a bad. Girl, you messing with a bad. Yeah.
I love it when you drop it low.
Bring it up fast, make your body round, feel me, baby, yeah.
So bend it over, touch your toes.
Girl, bring your body, come to me, run to me.
You are way
The
too
way you
turned.
do it, girl, you're such
Pull
a
up in
pro.
that coloring. I bet that shit coming in, yeah. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah.
Only need a crib for the dollar bill.
Dollar bill down.
Need a crib. I done took the orange pill.
Took it, I'm gone, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, baby, jumping location. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, you know that I'm a bad. Girl, I know you want it bad. Ooh, baby, jumping location. Baby, jumping location. Ooh, you know I'm a bad. Girl, you messing with a bad.
2 turns.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah.
Feeling like $1 billion. Yeah, couldn't give $1 billion fucks. No, I've been stacking Bitcoin, yeah. So now your boy is up,
yeah.
pull up in that melanin. I bet you that she coming in. You can't pay these vibes. Live a life, only need a crib for the dollar bill.
Dollar bill now.
Need a crib. I done took the orange pill.
Took it, I'm gone, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, baby, jumping location. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, you know that I'm a bad man. Girl, I know you want it bad. Ooh, baby, jumping location. Baby, jumping location. Ooh, you know when I'm a bad man. Girl, you messing with a bad man, yeah.
I love it when you drop it low.
Bring it up fast, make your body round for me, baby, yeah.
So bend it over, touch your toes.
Girl, bring your body, come to me, run to me.
You are ready
The
to
way you
turn.
do it, girl, you're such
Pull
a
up in
pro.
that coloring. I bet that shit coming in, yeah. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah.
Only need a crib for the dollar bill.
Dollar bill now.
Need a crib. I done took the orange pill.
Took it, I'm gone, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, baby, jumping location. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, you know that I'm a bad man. Girl, I know you want it bad. Ooh, baby, jumping location. Baby, jumping location. Ooh, you know when I'm a bad man. Girl, you messing with a bad man.
You are ready 2 turns.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah.
Feeling like $1 billion. Yeah, couldn't give $1 billion fucks. No, I've been stacking Bitcoin, yeah. So now your boy is up,
yeah.
pull up in that melanin. I bet you that she coming in. You can't pay these vibes. Live a life, only need a crib for the dollar bill.
Dollar bill now.
Need a crib. I done took the orange pill.
Took it, I'm gone, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, baby, jumping location. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, you know that I'm a bad man. Girl, I know you want it bad. Ooh, baby, jumping location. Baby, jumping location. Ooh, you know when I'm a bad man. Girl, you messing with a bad man, yeah.
I love it when you drop it low.
Bring it up fast, make your body round for me, baby, yeah.
So bend it over, touch your toes.
Girl, bring your body, come to me, run to me.
You are ready
The
to
way you
turn.
do it, girl, you're such
Pull
a
up in
pro.
that coloring. I bet that shit coming in, yeah. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah.
Only need a crib for the dollar bill.
Dollar bill now.
Need a crib. I done took the orange pill.
Took it, I'm gone, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, baby, jumping location. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, you know that I'm a bad man. Girl, I know you want it bad. Ooh, baby, jumping location. Baby, jumping location. Ooh, you know when I'm a bad man. Girl,
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Bitcoin Chris checking in yet again. Happy Tuesday. We are going to be jumping into how to get this moolah, baby. You know, if you guys have been following me for any time over the last 5+ years, then you guys should already know that I've been pretty much teaching the same things over and over again: fixing your credit, getting business credit, starting a business, getting cash flow to buy Bitcoin, right? So let me make sure my audio is good. 5+ years. Thank you guys should already. Audio is good. Excellent. So, perfect. So, what I'm going to be jumping into today is how to jump into a cash flowing product or opportunity called MSTY, which I've heard about here and there. And then I saw, shout out to British Hodl, was talking about more about it and explain, the cash flow and the opportunity there as well. So, I decided to, do some research. And if you know anything about me, everything that I do, it's more geared towards cash flow to get more Bitcoin. So that's pretty much what we're going to jump into. We're going to also jump into, of course, the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin price. If you're new here, make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, because we're going to be jumping into a couple more. I'm going to be jumping on more and just talking about more, you know, contract law and more of the things that I've been learning that I think you guys can also benefit from. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin price. And let's make sure that we are good to go. Hit that like, share, subscribe if you are watching on YouTube. And if not, make sure you hit that like on Twitter. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I know I haven't gone live in a minute. I had to take a break, live life, enjoy, hit the resort, hit the beach, chill. Now I'm back in Melrose Center here in Orlando. I did a tour previously, so if you guys want to see like what they all offer and what they have here, just check out the old YouTube videos. But right now we're looking at Bitcoin. We are dumping. We hit that high point here at 86,415 exactly, and then we started to drop, and we're dropping as we speak. I have support. Let's see what support is. All right, so our major level of support is going to be around here, 83. So we went from 86 down. We're probably going to come down to 83. We do have our red dot here at 10 o'clock in the morning. That should have been your indication to sell if you are trading. Also, this would be your double top. So this definitely looks like a double top action. We're on the 1 hour time frame. But that would be your double top. Let's go ahead and jump into the 4 hour. I love the 2 hour actually. We'll jump into the 2 hour. Again, double top. Breaking down below the 20 moving average. 200 is down here at 82. And support is down here at 82 as well on the 2 hour. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame. We have a red dot here at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we're starting to head down. So that means we could definitely come down, right? So, and we are coming down. And again, we have resistance here, which was previous resistance here at 85.9. Came up just a little bit higher, and now we're looking like, again, a double top. Let's see if we have your double bottom here and double top here. And let's go ahead and draw a nice little trend line. That could be a trend line. That could be a trend line as well. Looking at the daily. Zoom out even more. Possible trend line break here. And we come back down, retest, and then head higher. My target overall long term, 96K. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly is your high pivot for my fibs. So for the fibs, it should be highs here, down to the lows here. And our 618 was 96. Second target 886, 106. Third target 120. When that happens, I don't know, but those are my targets. And let's look at the market cipher. As again, I mentioned yesterday that we do have a green dot on the weekly, which means go time. And we did start the pump, but right now we're looking not looking too good, man. If we're starting to reverse. So again, we do have that 4 hour red dot, which is not good. We would want to see a bounce here at the 20. If we don't hold here and break, we are definitely coming down lower. I could see the first target being 83 before it headed down to the $82,000 level. So that is your Bitcoin price analysis for the short term and long term. Now we're looking at MicroStrategy. I am going to look at Misty as well. MicroStrategy looks like we are zoom in to the 2 hour. 2 hour looks like we're probably going to start to come down. Bitcoin comes down, and MicroStrategy makes sense that it will come down. But we have been pumping on MicroStrategy since last Thursday. Kinda. I guess Friday would be better. So Friday, Monday. All right. So we're gonna have to see how that goes. Let me delete all these trend lines that I drew previously. All these levels I gave you guys in the beginning of the year, and the levels hit or actually hit lower than I thought, or maybe nope. Maybe around this range, it actually went down lower than I thought. 227 is your low here on NOSTR. 225, I'm sorry. And that would have been a great DCA area. So that's your new. All right, so these are your support levels here for MicroStrategy. I said here because that was the last time that I saw and drew these lines here. I said if we break these levels, it's going to come down. It became support, broke down, resistance, came up, resistance. Maybe this is resistance again. So we're going to have to see. But looking at MicroStrategy, not looking too good. Let's get the daily. Daily looking shooting starish, which is bearish. Let's look at the weekly. Green dot on the weekly as well. So maybe a little bit of chop this week, and then we start to break higher. We want to see a break of 350. It's $50. $50 move here and close above. Zoom in to 30-minute just in case. Red dot here on the 30-minute, so I'm expecting the strategy to dump. And if we do dump, I'm expecting us to come back down to the 200-day moving average if we don't hold this level here of 300, which was our previous resistance, support should be support. If not, we come down lower. All right, so that's MSTR, and the star of the week or star of the year, star of the whatever, right? It's Misty, MSTY. And we're going to zoom out to the daily time frame for Misty because this is going to be the actual title and we're going to be talking about how to get $100,000 in business credit, which I've already talked about for the last 5 years. And then you can move it into either A, your business, or B, you can do a dividend such as Misty, right? And this pays out, I think it's 5 to 8% a month, right? Based on the information that I've found. And so, if that's the case, this has actually been around since February 2024, a low of $17. You know, the low when it opened was $20, went to a high of 46, came back down, a low of 19, high of 47, low of 17. So I'm assuming we're going to come back up to around the $40 level. So about 100%. All right. Let's see where this bad boy can go. $35, it would be 54 would be your overall target for this run. But I would say 35 to 43 would be conservative. And that would still be about 100% ROI. So there you go. There goes Misty paying you out dividends. And that's going to jump into our next, our pretty much our topic of the day, which is how to get $100,000 in business credit, which I've been talking to you guys about. So get DXY. I drew this flag out here a while ago, and it broke down exactly as predicted. I forgot what video I made this on or did this in, but I definitely said that this is looking bearish on the DXY. And I drew this, and it came down further, but it came down as predicted. But now it looks like it's ready to turn up and head higher. So we're going to have to see how this plays out. Let me post some divs. High to low. All right at the resistance level here will be your. That would be bad for all assets in general, but it's all good. It's all good. All right, so now we're going to jump into today's topic, which is how you guys can get some money, right? Without using any of your own money, which is amazing that we have the opportunity to do so. You just have to be wise enough to do so and, use your brain, right? So we're going to jump right into it here. Let me go ahead and hide me, get me out of the way so you guys can see clearly. All right, so here's today's topic. If you guys are interested in this, I'll be able to assist you, but we're just going to dive into the opportunity at hand for those of you who are interested in possibly, as everybody should, right? There's nobody watching this live. There's nobody that you should know. There's no person that's rich, no person that's poor that shouldn't take advantage of the information and the opportunity at hand because A, you understand what Bitcoin is and you want to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. It doesn't matter how you get it. Obviously, you don't want to do anything illegal or wrong. Sad that I even have to say that, but it is what it is. But you want to make sure you accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible, no matter what, right? No matter what, no matter how you do it, just get it done. Get it done, get it done, get it done, get it done. The urgency of you getting as much Bitcoin as possible is is understated, right? So let's jump right into it. How you're able to get at least 100,000 in business credit, which I've also done, and I've also helped my brother do, and countless other clients do. So this is not theory. This is not a. This is not me just saying it. This is actually something that I have done and helped others do. So it's something that is not unknown to people that are tech savvy or business savvy, I should say. right? Because this is something that I've been helping out and helping people do for 5 years. So it's not new information, but you know, we're at a time where you're able to implement a different strategy, which is what I'm going to be going over now. So you can use the 100K in business credit and use it to build cash flow and to stack Bitcoin, which is what I've been telling you guys to do. I actually have a business, a couple businesses, which I'm able to, you know, stack Bitcoin from and also take care of what I need to take care of, right? So it's excellent that I have that opportunity to do so. So let's jump right into it. So if you're watching this, what I want you guys to do is, we're going to learn, take notes, right? A lot of people been trying to save money. You're trying to flip, you're trying to hustle, you're trying to work at a job, sell stuff on Amazon, which is all fine and dandy. But I'm going to show you how to get access to $50 to $100,000 in funding without touching your own money and just building business credit the right way, which is pretty simple. But we're going to be leveraging your personal credit. So let's jump right into it. So part one is what is business credit and why most people sleep on it. Business credit is the rich person's secret weapon. It's like your personal credit, but for your LLC. The difference, when you mess up your personal credit, it ruins your life. When you mess up your business credit, it doesn't even touch your credit report, your personal credit report. So this is why I tell you guys, do not use your personal credit. You want to utilize business credit because you'll be able to utilize the entire amount on your business credit card, and it will not report to your personal credit, right? Versus if you use a personal credit card, it will report to your personal credit. And anything over a 30% usage is going to drop your score significantly. This is why you don't want to use a personal credit card for this particular strategy. So please understand there's a method to the madness. And if somebody's been doing something for a long time and is successful at it, you might want to listen to them, right? You might want to listen to them. Another great thing about it is that you get bigger limits and you also get to borrow the money for free, which is 0% interest. And we typically get the 0% interest cards for not 6 months. It's usually always 12 months. And then some cards that I specifically know about give you 18 months. So that's a year and a half. So you get to borrow money for a year to a year and a half. And you can use the money to build your cash flow, invest, or stack more Satoshis or get other assets, right? It's like the bank gave you the Grand Theft Auto cheat code, but you never entered the right buttons. But a lot of you hear this, have been, you know, have been hearing me talk about it for years. Maybe you haven't heard about me talk about it for years. Either way, just because you don't know that this is an opportunity doesn't mean that it's not there, right? So I'm here presenting to you the opportunity and the options that you have. So what you need to have first, before you apply, you need to make sure that you have a 700 plus credit score. It's a FICO score, not your Credit Karma score. So you need to get on to Experian and ensure that you have a 700 plus credit score. If you don't have a 700 credit score, I have a credit restoration business, which has been helping people fix their credit for the past 5 years. And you can either do it yourself or you can hire a professional. You're going to pay with your time or you're going to pay with your money. You decide what you want to pay with, but you're going to pay either way. So you can't have any negative items. If you have negative items, that's why I have the credit restoration program, because a lot of the clients that I help, they can't get business funding because they have bankruptcies, charge off collections, all that good stuff, late payments. We remove all of that. So um, you know, it's great that I'm able to offer that service to help people get into either a house, car, be a consumer, right? Or if they're business savvy, then they want to get business credit. So I'm able to offer services to benefit and assist them. If that makes sense, hopefully that makes sense. So if you're tuning in here, make sure you hit that like, subscribe. And I want to make sure that if you're watching on X, you hit that like and share or retweet button because somebody needs to stack some more Bitcoin. And this is how they're able to do so without using their own money. Two, you need an LLC. You can do a S corp or a C corp, but just keep it simple. Just do an LLC. Sole props is pretty much for you. It's like your sole prop is pretty much you operating as a business, even though we're not going to dive into that now. A lot of people don't understand that You are operating as two people. You are a living spirit. Your spirit is what controls your body. So just like on the Monopoly board, right? On the Monopoly board or on a video game, you are the person controlling that video game character. Our spirit is the one controlling our bodies. Okay, so that's what the soul prop is. Your soul prop is pretty much your body, aka the social security number, and you're going to be using that as a business, but that's not what we do. I digress. Next thing, you want to make sure you obviously get an EIN number, right? You should, if you have a business, you need to be set up the correct way. EIN number, business bank account, business address, business email, business phone number, right? A lot of people try to do a lot of side. You guys try to like take shortcuts to being like, you guys want $100,000, but you won't even make sure that you get a business bank account, business email, business phone number. Like, a bank is not going to give you any money if you have a at gmail.com email. If you don't have if you don't have a real, like, a real business established. So don't think that you're going to get this money. Don't think that you can shortcut and try to take the easy way out. No, it's not going to happen, right? It's a proof of work. With Bitcoin, it's the same thing with everything in life, right? Do the work, put in the work, do what you're supposed to do so you can get this money, right? Don't be trying to shortcut and do things the wrong way because you're not going to get the money. You can do it the wrong way all you want, but you're not going to get the money. So let's continue. You want to make sure you're set up like a real business. So these are the things that you need to set yourself up properly. And again, this is just a little quick synopsis here for you guys because I did go over this in a thread, but I like to, go over these things with you guys over a live stream so you can understand and hear me articulate it a lot better than, just me tweeting it out, right? So next is part three. There's a bunch of different cards that we're going to be able to offer or help you get, but we're not going to jump into that now because, you know, because you guys can look up. You guys can look it up, Google it. All right. Anyways, or you can hire us to help you out. You can try to do it on your own, or you can hire us. Cool. Boom. So you can get 0% interest credit cards like the Chase Inc., all that good stuff, right? And there's a bunch of other cards that you guys can apply for. Now, how you want to use it, this is where it comes into play, is your strategy and how you want to use it, right? You want to use the capital in a smart way, not like a dummy, right? So this is where the game changes. Most people get the card, they go and buy sneakers, they do DoorDash, and they do a bunch of stuff. They buy a whole bunch of BS, right, with the money, right? Especially with business credit, you want to obviously spend it on business things to grow and to make money or to start or scale your current business. Or again, in this particular strategy that we're going to be talking about is for MSTY, where you're able to pretty much get dividends off of your initial investment, right? And it's going to fluctuate, obviously, but overall, if you're getting, excuse me, 5 to 8, 5 to 7, 5 to 8% per month cash flow, right? I'll go over the tweet here that I made in the Misty community on Twitter. Then we'll talk about that a little bit more. But you just want to make sure you're not spending the money on stupid stuff, right? You buy stupid stuff and you wonder why you're broke, right? You guys get paid and then you buy stupid stuff. You get paid and then you buy stupid stuff. You get paid and then you buy stupid stuff instead of getting paid and then buying assets, or instead of getting paid and then buying Bitcoin, or instead of getting paid and then buying some Misty, right? Each and every single month, or buying MSTR and Misty and Bitcoin, right? Which was the strategy that I was talking about in one of the other threads that I made on the Misty community, right? So let's continue. What you're going to do is you're going to use these funds to buy something or build something that pays you. So again, this particular strategy includes investing into Misty, a monthly dividend machine. Use the dividends. You're going to use that dividend income to pay the minimum payment on your credit cards, obviously, right? Because you do have the minimum uh, payments that are due each month. There's a difference between credit cards and loans. And again, a lot of people always send me messages and say this, and it like aggravates me. Listen to the words that I'm saying. I'm saying credit cards for a reason. I'm not saying loans. So stop asking me about loans. You're not going to get a loan as a business. Why? Because banks know that most businesses fail within the first 2 years. So they're not going to give you a loan, but they will give you a business credit card. So please stop asking me about getting loans. It's not a loan. It's a business credit card. So please listen to the words. You're going to use that money to invest in Misty. You're going to use the dividends to make the minimum monthly payments, and you can take the leftover cash to reinvest into Misty to then compound interest, right, or compound your initial investment to get a higher dividend payout over time, or you can reinvest into Bitcoin, right, stack more Bitcoin. And then you could also do MicroStrategy as an opportunity for growth, right? Because, shout out to British Hodl. He explains exactly why you have these different vehicles, right? You have the Misty for your cash flow, you have your MSTR for your growth, and you have your Bitcoin for your savings technology, right? For your savings overall asset. That's the overall, foundation of everything, right? Is Bitcoin. So, once you understand the different strategies and methods out there that you can utilize to make money, then there's no reason why for you to be struggling, right? Unless you want to be struggling, right? It's up to you. It's 2025. We don't want to hear no excuses in 2025. This is how you turn $0 into $6,000 in cash flow, plus 75,000 in Bitcoin buys within 12 months. Now, hopefully, we still have a Bitcoin that's under 100,000 in the next 12 months. The probability of that is very, very low. However, anything's possible, right? We don't know what's going to happen, right, in the next 12 months. Hopefully, we can, have a discounted Bitcoin as long as possible, right, before we head to the moon. But we all know that's probably not probable. So excellent. So you're doing this legally, you're doing this ethically, and this is with zero stress if you manage and understand how to uh, manage the capital. And if you understand the strategy, you shouldn't be stressing out, right? So a lot of people, a lot of brokies, a lot of people that are even in the Bitcoin space don't know what they're talking about and don't know anything about money. So I highly recommend that you don't listen to these random people on Twitter, which is why I'm not on Twitter too much anymore anyway, because I'm busy reading the law, and I'm busy reading and I'm doing other things, because a lot of people's opinions are, they everybody's got one, right? Everybody's got an opinion, but majority of these people online don't know what they're talking about. They don't know about money. They don't know, Bitcoiners know about Bitcoin, but they don't know how business works. They don't know how money works. We got Bitcoiners saying that debt is bad when we have, we live in a debt-based system, and the most billionaires and millionaires have debt. So why are the brokest people saying that debt is bad and the richest people saying that debt is good, right? Because there's two different types of debt. There's bad debt and good debt. And I just don't want to hear anything from a brokey who has less Bitcoin than me. No offense, that doesn't have a business, right? Because I don't go to a job. It's 2 o'clock. What time is it? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm at the library, right? I'm not going to listen to somebody that's working at a job. No offense to anybody working at a job, right? But I'm not listening to anybody that has a job. I haven't worked a job in 5 years. Thank God, thank you, Jesus, that um, I have not had to wake up in the morning to go to a job that I hate to pay the bills, right? God has blessed me with the knowledge and information and skills to start a successful business, help people make money, help people get cars, help people get houses, help people scale and start and get business credit, help people drop lawsuits, help people draft paperwork and all this stuff, right? All because I decided to take a chance and I understand how money works, right? Which Bitcoin helps you do. But again, there's a lot of Bitcoiners that don't know what the hell they're talking about. There's a lot of newbies out here and a lot of people that are, you know, they're stuck in their ways, especially boomers. But this is 2025. So I digress. If you do get declined, we can remove the inquiries, but it says here, bonus tip, do not get declined. Do this before you apply. Make sure your business credit profile is clean. So boom, or you want to make sure your business credit is good, obviously. You want to make sure your personal credit is good, obviously. You want to make sure you're set up correctly, obviously, and check your business name, right? So we're going to make sure a lot of you guys be putting in a lot of stupid stuff for your business name. And a lot of you guys will never get business credit because your business name is very, very risky, or it's very, very it's very yeah, to the banks is actually very risky. So you do not want to have a risky name, right? You do not want to have a risky name because the banks will not lend to you. If you have crypto, if you have real estate, if you have anything risky, risk associated with your name, the banks are not going to give you any money. I don't care what you want to. The name of your business should be the least of your worries, right? Who cares about your name? It should be plain and simple. It could be it could be your name, consults. It can be your initials, consultations. It could be enterprises. It could be anything that doesn't sound risky. You're not flipping. You don't want crypto. You don't want anything stupid as your name, right? Boom. So again, as I just mentioned, you want to choose consulting. You can do marketing. You can do management. I have premium management solutions where I do consultation. I do a couple different things as well, all under that because premium management solutions, they don't even, that doesn't give off any risky type of business activities, right? So I'm able to then maximize the level of funding that I'm able to get, right? So boom, there you go. Banks do not like risky sounding business names. So you can don't put, you can do that if you want, but you ain't gonna get no money, okay? Let me just keep it simple as that. Let me continue. So when you do apply, we have a special method where we get you, let's see, 369, we get you like 10 cards. And typically the 10 cards can do anywhere between 20 to 50K. So anyways, you can get $100,000 easy or more between 9 different banks, and we strategically know how to set that up for you, right? So boom. So here's the playbook. You don't need $100,000 cash. You need good credit. If you don't have good credit, you need to find a partner or someone that you can partner up with and say, hey, I have this idea. My credit's not all that possible or all that great right now, but I do have an opportunity for us to make money. Here's the opportunity. Boom. Present to them this video, or if you can break it down to them in a simple or easy manner, there you go, right? Boom. So I'm going to jump into uh, what I was telling you guys here, as well as Misty. So let's go ahead and do that as far as Misty goes, so we can go ahead and explore a little bit more in depth on how and the numbers, right, and the figures, right. And this is just a generic. This is actually just a generic and basic way for you to make money that I posted about. But I have a couple different strategies, right, where I'm able to utilize a couple different opportunities and different vehicles to even, get even more money and get even more cash flow into and to get even more money, guys. Because at this point in the game, guys, if you don't do what you got to do and get as much Bitcoin as possible, you can't sit here and blame anybody, especially not Bitcoin Chris, when I've been giving away Bitcoin on Clubhouse, when I've been helping people stack their Bitcoin, right? And we've been doing so much over the last few years, right? It's going to be your fault at the end of the day because you don't want to take a risk, or you don't want to utilize business credit, or you think debt is bad and you don't want to get more debt. You guys went to debt. You guys went into debt to go to college. How did that pan out for you? Now you're in student loan debt, and now you ain't got no job in the field that you went to school for, unless you went to school for something, pretty dope. So shout out to you, like a doctor or lawyer, or you know, eye surgeon. I don't know, man. A lot of us we've been told one thing, but life is completely. If you don't understand that you've been lied to by now, in 2025, that you've been lied to, and that school's a scam, that college is a scam, that a lot of things that we've been told is a scam. And if you are still like in the American dream, because it's a dream because you have to be asleep to believe it, along with inflation and along with the money printer and along with the corruption and the violation of your civil rights and your constitutional rights, and you don't even know your rights, and you don't even know that you have a right to carry a gun, but they're telling you that you need a license to carry a gun. You have a right to travel, but they're telling you need a license to travel. Like, you guys don't even understand the basics of sovereignty, but you want to yell and scream about sovereign money, but you're still being sovereign. You're being governed over by a corrupt ass government and corrupt ass politicians and a corrupt ass system. that you love to participate in and fund with your energy, because the dollar isn't backed by anything but your energy, because we give it value, right? This is why I keep saying the things that I'm saying. This is why I keep posting the rights, right? I keep posting the UCC, Universal Commercial Code. You guys need to understand that these banks and their internal policies don't override your constitutional protected activities or the UCC, right? Because the Clearfield Trust Doctrine, which is a Supreme Court ruling, says that no entity, if they're operating in commerce, then they got to follow the UCC. Pretty much that, right? If they're operating in commerce, which they are, they have to follow the UCC. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? But you have to enforce your rights. You have to stand on your rights. I digress. So let's continue. I just be going on a rant sometimes. I digress. Here is leveraging OPM. We just went over this, right? Told you guys this. So I told you guys you're going to get 7 to about 8% roughly a month in monthly yield. This is your cash flow, cash cow. Each month is going to pay you around 7,000. Maybe you'll get 5,000. Maybe you get 6,000. Maybe you get 8,000. It's a rough estimate. Either way, your minimum payment on $100,000 is $1,500, give or take, right? Maybe even just $1,000, right? Depending on how and what cards you're using and all that good stuff, right? And either way, it's going to be around $1,500 a month. If you're getting even 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, $8,000 a month minus your $1,500, then you're left with what? Cash flow, left with positive amounts of income coming in after you paid your minimum balance. We zoom in here a little bit more so you guys can see. All right, because I broke this down the other day, and it's very important that you understand how to utilize money the best way possible. Because a lot of us, this is, and British Huddle speaks to people that already have money. But even if you have money or you don't have money, this is an opportunity and a strategy that you can apply, and it can help you as well, regardless on if you have money or not. Even if you have money, why would you not want to use the bank's money to make money? Make it make sense to me. Most people are so stuck in their ways that they can see and hear this opportunity and still not take advantage of it. And that's why you're broke today. And that's why you're probably at a job today, because you don't want to listen and you're stuck in your ways. But that's okay. Let me digress. Anyways, 6,000 net cash flow every month. Let's just say you're going to get, let's just say you get 7,000 a month from Misty. For an example, you pay back your 1,500, or you get 7,500. Let's just say 7,500. You pay back 1,500. You're left with 6,000 cash flow every month. You can do two things here, or three things here. Like I said, this is just one strategy. If you join the program and you want to contact or hit me up and see how we can help you do the same thing. There's a strategy where I talked about Misty, MSTR, and Bitcoin, or you can just do MSTY and Bitcoin, right? Which is, I think, is probably the best opportunity. But there's other vehicles as well that I have specific and a different and a more aggressive and more optimal strategy. But again, I can't be telling y'all, a lot of people, this stuff, because y'all, it just goes over a lot of people's heads. So it's not for everybody. And hopefully you get the information and you'll take advantage of it, or you'll start to do your research on your own and you can better yourself. That's all I'm here to do, is present to you the information. I can only lead the horse to the water. I can't make him drink. Just like I always get all these messages on Facebook and on Twitter and on IG about people saying, "Wow, I should have listened to you when you were talking about Bitcoin back in 2017, back in 2018, back in 2019, back in 2020, back in 2021, back in 2022, back in." It never stops, right? But even just want to listen to people with a proven track record. And don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. I do make mistakes as well. Of course, we're all human. But you gotta go with the people that are right, right? You got to go and you got to stick with the winners. So let me digress. You can use the $6,000 monthly surplus to 50% reinvest into more Misty to compound your dividend engine. One of the opportunities and one of the strategies is to not even buy Bitcoin for the first 6 months so you can optimize and compound your dividends so you can get even a higher rate of dividends, and then you'll be able to buy a much larger chunk of Bitcoin in the future after months 6 through 12. But for the first 6 months, you want to go ahead and reinvest into Bitcoin. So that's an opportunity. But for this example, 50% reinvested in the MSTY, and then 50% would go into Bitcoin. So what's that? That's 3 grand into Bitcoin, 3 grand back into MSTY. End of year one at this strategy, you collected $90,000 total in Misty dividends, right? You paid $18,000 in minimum payments, and then you invested 72,000, half into Bitcoin and the other half into more Misty, right? And if it's going to continue to pay out dividends, obviously we're going to look at the chart and figure out, okay, hey, maybe it's oversold here, let's wait, let's pull back, let's sell some and wait for a pullback, and then be or just DCA, right? If you're not really trying to do all that, but uh, you got to manage your risk, right? So that's all I got to say about that. Boom. At the end of the 12 to 18 month time frame, you can a do another round of 0% interest free, 0% interest, aka free money to other cards, or B, you have money now, so you can just pay off the damn cards. Pay off the cards and then pay the minimum balance on the cards. It's going to be a higher interest rate, so I would highly recommend that you probably just transfer to another 0% credit card and keep it rolling. Keep it pushing. That's the wisest thing to do, in my opinion, but everybody's going to have their own opinion, right? Hit that like, share, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, I talk a lot of high level business and a high level business opportunities, different strategies, and it's not for everybody, but I hope that you are paying attention because this is something that can help you. All right. So I would highly recommend that you just do another set of 0% business cards. That's what I would do. And then continue the cycle and then re-roll and grow your Misty dividends. And then that way you don't have to have a business dealing with customers. That way you don't have to worry about tariffs and your supplies coming from overseas if you're doing anything that requires import and exporting, right? That way you don't have to worry about a lot of different headaches and stuff that comes with owning a business. However, you can still own a business and still make money and do it that way, right? You don't have to invest in Misty, guys. This is just an opportunity as an option. Misty is a great, again, income producing a vehicle, right? Dividend producing vehicle that you have the opportunity to invest in as an option, as an opportunity. Very simple. I'm not telling you guys what to do. This is not financial advice. This is something that I have done, something that I will do, will continue to do. And if there's any other vehicles that offer a better dividend income or dividend payout monthly, then I'm going to go that route. But until then, do your own due diligence, do your own research. I'm just here to provide entertainment and informational and educational content for you guys because I know that this can help you, and I'm only here to help you. So help yourself. I can only help you if you want to help yourself. In 12 months, you have $36,000 more Misty in Misty, compounding bigger dividends, 36,000 into Bitcoin holdings, a total of 72,000 created off of $0. Because again, we're using 0% interest business credit cards because you eat what? We fixed our credit, which I've been screaming to you guys about for the last 5 years, literally helping people fix their credit. And people are so naive and so slow and so stupid that they think credit doesn't matter. Well, it does matter when you're trying to make money. So if you want to stay a brokey, keep having bad credit. And yes, things happen. I understand. Life happens. But that doesn't mean that you ignore your credit and you don't try to fix it, because here I'm showing you literally how to get money from the bank with just by having your credit, and then you take that money from business credit to make money. This is the easiest way that you guys can make money, in my opinion, right? But low IQ people not gonna get it. High IQ people are gonna get it. You just got 72,000, give or take, around estimated 72,000 created off of $0 of your own cash. So now the money that you're working for at your job, or maybe you have your own business and Maybe whatever the case may be, you're not using your money, you're using the bank's money to make money. That's the whole point of this entire conversation, is because you can take the money and do whatever it is that you want to do with it. You can start your own business, you can start your own lawn care business, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. You want to do whatever, right? I don't know what you want to do. Sell lollipops, sell cookies, sell shoes, sell clothings. I don't know what you want to do. I don't care what you want to do. I don't know what you like. Don't care what you like. Do whatever you want to do. You still have capital to do so. It takes money to make money. You should know that by now. Meanwhile, your original $100,000 Misty the $19 range, and then it would go up to about the $40 range. So if you're looking at patterns and you're doing pattern recognition and the opportunity that lies at hand here, then you would see the opportunity that your dividend investment or your actual initial investment into Misty would be 100,000, could grow to 200,000 based on the numbers that we just saw, right? Let me see if I can pull that back up. Actually, Bitcoin, you dipping? If you doing Bitcoin. Bounce, man. Bounce. All right. MSTY. For those of you who weren't here at the beginning of this stream, right? So you guys can see what I am talking about. We range from 46, 40, $40. Just going to give estimates here around 40 to 19, 40 to 17, 18. What do you think is going to come next, guys? All right. Even a 3-year-old can recognize the patterns. You should be able to as well. Even if we don't get up to $40 and we only get up to $35, that's still 70% of your 70% ROI. Your 100,000 is now $170,000 from your initial investment, throwing off cash flow, throwing off dividends each month that you can then reinvest into Misty to grow your stat, which is going to be more than that because you're going to be reinvesting, right? Which I can do the numbers and do all that, but I'm not going to do that right now, right? It's going to be more than 100,000 because again, you're reinvesting into Misty, and then um, taking half of the dividends and you're throwing it into Bitcoin. So now you're like, oh my god! If you understand what I'm saying, then you should understand how powerful this is. Okay, because this is a game changer, right? So your Misty position could go to up to 200,000. So your original position of 100K is throwing off 7,500 for an example, and then it's throwing off even more because you're compounding, and then it could increase in value. So then the original 100,000 can be 100 to could be 200,000 or 170,000 plus whatever it is that you're throwing into it each month, and then you're taking half of the dividends or whatever the case may be into BTC, right? Boom. The strategy is legal. So a lot of people are super scary. Y'all talk about shit being illegal. Well, guess what, guys? You guys don't care when the banks do things illegal, right? They do things illegal against you all the time, and you guys don't do a thing about it. So I don't want to hear anything about it being illegal or it's illegal or illegal this, illegal that. I don't want to hear nothing about that, okay? I don't care, bro. You guys are trying to play in a game in a system where they don't follow the rules, but you want to follow the rules. Even though it's legal, you want to follow the rules, but they are not following the rules. But you care about if it's legal or not. Is it legal for the banks to steal from you? No, it's not, but they do it anyway, right? Is it legal for them to hit you with these crazy overdraft fees every single time? I think they're only allowed to hit you with one overdraft fee, but these banks hit you with two and three and four and five and six $30 overdraft fees, and they get away with it. Is that legal? No, it's not. Is it legal for these credit agencies to report inaccurate information on your credit report? No, it's not. Do they still do it? Yes, they do. So I don't want to hear anything about anything being legal, but I wanted to make sure that I threw this in there because a lot of you guys are super scary, and you super scary people are the super broke people that I don't want to be around. I'm not saying to do anything illegal, but guess what? You got to break rules sometimes, right? You got to break rules sometimes to get ahead. Again, do these banks follow the law? No, they don't. The laws are there, but do they follow them? No, they don't. And when they do get caught, what do? They pay a simple little fine, and they continue to take advantage of you each and every single day. And you shouldn't have your money in the bank anyway. And that's another thing that I've always told you guys is that you think you're doing this and that, and you think you're cool, and you think you got some money saved up. You're losing. You're a loser. No, and nobody that has money is saving money. They're investing their money. They are investing their money. They're not saving their money. And if they are saving their money, they're saving it in the asset called Bitcoin because it's the best savings technology on planet Earth. And it's not going to devalue or go down in value thanks to inflation, thanks to the money, thanks to the government printing and stealing money from us. Right. So I'll, I'll digress. I digress. If you want me to personally help you get the right business credit cards to structure your Misty and Bitcoin reinvestment flow properly, or if we can do other things as well, we have a couple of different things as well. I'm not going to talk about that. You would have to send me a DM. We can talk or set up your vendor payment because you're going to have to liquidate the cards. I teach you how to do everything. Right. I've been doing this for years, literally years on years on years. It's been 5 years. Optimize your compounding engine so we can run numbers and see what would be the best opportunity for your personal situation, and show you how to expand the stack, right? Which I already did. Just we can go into a little bit more depth. You have to comment cash flow or send me a DM, and I will help you. But you got to help yourself. Shout out to Texas and everybody that's already sent me a DM. This is not rocket science. It's not meant to be rocket science. It's only hard because you make it hard. And this is an opportunity that you have. Whether you do it or not, I do not care. I couldn't care less if you take advantage of the valuable information that I have spent my time to share with you to make sure you get the information that you could possibly change your life, get more Bitcoin than you'll ever possibly have working at your 9 to 5 job. Just imagine having a job and then doing this as well, and then eventually, oh my god, let me see if I can find these numbers for you real quick, because I don't want to just say it. I want to show you guys something real quick. Let me show you guys something real quick, because I have a chart where in about, if you do this for 5 years, you'll be a millionaire. Not including BTC price appreciation. But imagine if you have $1 million in Misty, right? And it's just throwing off 5% of $1 million. What's 5% of $1 million? 5% of $1 million. 50,000 a month. Imagine getting 50,000 a month, putting 25K into Bitcoin a month. If I had a million, if I had an extra million, it would go into Misty, and I'd take that 50K every month, and I would divide that 25 into BTC, and I would take 10 to live off of, and I would reinvest into Misty with the other um, 15. Boom. Now you got 1.015 compounded every month. You do that for 12 months. What's 15,000 times 12 months? What's 15,000 times 12 months? 180,000. 1,180,000 times 5%. That's 60 grand. Come on, man. It'll be more. Come on, man. 60 grand a month. Come on, man. Y'all telling me, you are telling me that this doesn't resonate with you? All right, let me find it. Let me find it before I end today's call. Uh, this is one of our different one of my different strategies. Not going to go into what it is, but you know what you can do is, I need to do it without the secondary policy interest. Anyways, I just want to show you guys this real quick, that I have different strategies and different options that you can do. But again, I said the first 6 months. Matter of fact, this one's even more aggressive. This one's for the first 9 months. You're not even buying any Bitcoin. First 9 months, you're just recompounding into Misty. And then by the time you're at 9 months, in this particular situation and scenario, you're at $334,000. And then that's going to spit off $25,000 a month estimate. And then you're going to take 25,000 and just buy Bitcoin. And each month you get 25,000. And you just buy Bitcoin. In 3 months, you have $75,000 worth of Bitcoin. 4 months, you have $100,000 of Bitcoin. And 5 months, you can keep going, or then you can pause now that you got an entire Bitcoin. Take that 25,000, go right back into Misty, and again, um, get some more business credit. Oh my God, there's so much that you can do, guys. There's so much that you can do, guys. There's so much that you can do, guys. But it's up to you, guys. So I'll just break this down just a little bit, and then that'll be it for today's call. This particular situation, we're going to get a yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys what we're doing with this particular situation, but anyways, we're going to start with $100,000 on the business credit cards. We're able to get some additional income through a specific vehicle, which I'm not going to go over because that's going to be a whole nother conversation. And I've actually talked about it, but most people don't listen or pay attention. But that's a-okay if y'all stay broke. All right, so 100,000 and broke. And what I mean by broke and poor, I mean by your mindset. I mean your mind. When I call people broke and I call people poor, I'm not judging you based on your financial situation. I'm judging you based on your mental situation and then your thought process. Because if you're thinking like a brokey and a poor person, then you're gonna have an outcome like a brokey and a poor person, right? Adversity should never stop you from looking and achieving more or trying to get out of that situation, or um, your indoctrination and your familiarity, your comfortability is actually your demise, and something that you should despise because it's not beneficial for you and it's not going to help you grow. And your mindset is what I mean by calling you a brokey or calling you poor. And if you're offended by that, then you might want to look in the mirror and reevaluate why you're getting mad about that. If you think that what I'm saying is not true or it is not possible, then why are you watching my live stream? Go watch basketball or football and stay a brokey. I don't got time for the brokies, nor the opinions of people who have less Bitcoin than me, that are less business savvy than me, but I don't have to come on here and help you. And that's all I try to do is help people. So I just want you to take a look at yourself. Just take a look at yourself and let's get it. So month two, it's going to be 107 because you got 7,000 back in the dividend. Plus, we got another 80 grads from a different opportunity that I will talk about with anybody that wants to, join the program, whatever. So now you have a total of 187,000, into Misty, which is going to spin off 14 grand. Boom. Third month, you have 201. Put back into 15 grand. Boom. Reinvest 216. Boom. The fifth month, 232. Pop it out 17 racks on the fifth month. Boom. You're going to reinvest again. 6 month, 18 grand. You're going to reinvest again. Boom. 20 racks on the seventh month. You're going to reinvest again. You have 289. Boom. Reinvest. So you see how this goes? It's compound interest, compound, compound. 25 racks. And on the 10th month, instead of you recompounding into Misty, you're now taking the 25 into BTC directly. And you can do whatever you want, right? You can do 20, 20, 20, keep 5 grand, 5, 10, 15, um, whatever it is, right? I don't tell you what to do. I'm not telling you what to do, how to do it. I'm just telling you the opportunity at hand. Once you start to realize the opportunity and the best opportunity cost for your money, right? I think I think Bitcoin is not going to be under 100,000 all year long, unfortunately. However, it still doesn't stop you from DCing and buying at whatever you should be buying, no matter what the price is anyway, because the price is irrelevant when you're judging it, and your unit of account is pieces of paper that has been printed up out of thin air and can be debased and has been debased for the last uh, just went off the gold standard in 1917, if I'm not mistaken. So once you understand what's really going on, you don't base your unit of account on dollars. You base your unit of account on Bitcoin, because everything goes to zero in Bitcoin. All right. That's going to be it for today's video, because I'm done. I think I've been on here for about an hour, a little bit over an hour. Yep, an hour and 10 minutes. I haven't been on a live in a pretty long time because, again, I have a life. I enjoy my life. I don't like to be on Twitter listening to people that have no idea what the hell they're talking about. A lot of people on Twitter don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's a lot of low IQ people on Twitter, or they're just stuck in their ways, or they're just naive. And I'm always willing to learn. I don't know everything at all, and I don't pretend to know everything at all. Um, but cash flow is definitely the most important thing, which I've been saying. You want to have cash flow, and then use the cash flow to buy Bitcoin. Whether you do real estate, whether you do a business, whether you do Misty. I did do another. I'll do it real quick before I log off here. I did do another post here in the Misty community where I talked about the best allocation, in my opinion, of a $400,000, um, um, diversification, which would be hit that like, share, subscribe for me, if you could, and if you're not watching me on YouTube, then hit me up on YouTube at official Bitcoin Chris, at sign official Bitcoin Chris. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe for me. Somebody needs to watch this. Somebody needs to get told, man. We're in 2025. Y'all too old, man. Get out your feelings. Y'all too old, man. Get the information and better yourself. Here it is. The optimal $400,000 aggressive allocation across MicroStrategy, Misty, and life insurance policy. I did that because 25, 50, 75, 100. I did 50 each, or 100,000 each, sorry. Uh, and there's a specific, like, it depends on your specific situation, your specific strategy, and your risk tolerance and all that good stuff, right? You can borrow against MicroStrategy. You can also, I'm assuming you can borrow against Misty. I'm not 100% sure if you can or not. But, if you could, then that's great. You can loan to value that bad boy, and then, get more Bitcoin, or get more shares, right, of Misty, and that's an opportunity to do so. I think this was mildly aggressive. It wasn't too aggressive, because I went over specifically in this particular uh, strategy the risk. I don't think I posted the risk, but I did, let you guys know that there's obviously a here it is right here. Here it is right here. So risk: if MicroStrategy drops significantly, a 50K loan on $100,000 equity might trigger a margin call if equity falls under 40,000. So if MicroStrategy drops 60%, we'll manage this by possibly using some Misty cash flow to reduce the loan, or by keeping some reserves For now, we'll proceed with the loan invested into BTC. So, as long as you are aware and know of your actual risk and you can manage your risk, that's the whole thing here is to manage your risk and to do it properly, right? And if Fidelity lets you borrow 50%, right? You can borrow 50%, boom, like MicroStrategy, and then you can use that to reinvest. I went over what you can do. Not exactly what I would do because again, I'm super aggressive, and that ultimately is very risky. But at the end of the day, I like risk, right? No risk, no reward. So Misty could generate 8 to 12K per month in distributions because 100% of its annual yield at around roughly about 8%. It does vary. Invest and reinvest all Misty income as it comes in to maximize Bitcoin accumulation, which is the stated goal. I have a stated goal is to maximize Bitcoin accumulation. So every strategy that I create or that I have is to maximize Bitcoin accumulation. So I don't want to hear anybody. You should just buy Bitcoin and chill. Shut your broke ass up. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear your thought process. Okay, because the way that you're thinking, this is exactly why you don't have more Bitcoin than me. Because of that way that you're thinking right now. Yes, you do want to hold and buy BTC. If you don't want to do this strategy at all, then don't do the strategy at all. Just buy and hold your BTC. It's that simple. But anybody that's business savvy and has common sense knows that you need cash flow to buy more BTC. And the more expensive, quote unquote, in US dollar terms, Bitcoin gets, the more money it's going to take for you to buy the same amount of Satoshis that you were able to buy last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Okay? So shut it up with the whole you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, boom. End of year one position based on this diversification strategy, which can always be adjusted according to your risk tolerance, or even taking out MSTR and just going all in on Misty. If you do $200,000 in Misty and then get the 8 to 10%, then you double up what you're actually making in cash flow dividend payout. Boom, then you can take that and then diversify in MSTR and then Bitcoin. So you can do maybe 75% into Bitcoin and then 25% in MSTR, and then have 200,000 in Misty, blowing out cash flow of about 16,000. Let's just say it is right. It's about 16,000. We would say because they said it's about give or take 8%, right? Where's it at? Where's it at? Yeah, there it is. 8%. 8% of 100,000 is 8,000. 8,000. So 8% of 200,000 is 16,000. Boom, and then you can reinvest each and every month 16,000, 16,000, 16,000, 16,000. Right. Boom. By month 16, 16, 16, 16, 15. That's 30, 45. By like month 5, you'll have much higher, or every month moving forward, you'll have a higher, obviously, dividend coming in because you're reinvesting and compounding. So that's common sense. All right. So end of year one, this could be changed. That's all I was trying to say. You don't have to do this. I'm not telling you guys what to do. Not financial advice, educational, informational, and educational, informational, entertainment purposes only. Boom. End of year one, Bitcoin holding initially 230K went into BTC. Look at that. What I'm telling you is a way for you to get the most amount of Bitcoin. Period. It doesn't matter how you do it. You need to do it. You choose how you want to do it. You do it. You choose what you want to do, but you do it. I'm just giving you the tools and the strategy and the opportunities and the different ways that you can do it. It's that simple. The stated goal here is to accumulate more Bitcoin. Point blank, period. If that's not your goal, get up off the live. Get up off the live. I don't want it. I don't want you watching the live because you're gonna blow the once in a lifetime opportunity that you have to make a change in your life, in your family's life. But instead, you want to complain. You want to talk about debt is bad. You want to talk about you don't fix your credit. You want to talk about everything except for how to get more Bitcoin. and that's by any means necessary. Bitcoin holdings initially 230K went into Bitcoin. Step two and three, roughly about 100,000 into Misty dividends yield. 100% was invested over the year. By the end of the year, total acquired 330, and BTC price was stay flat over the year, which we probably knows now. That is still 330K in value, which equals 3.3 BTC if price is 100,000 or more BTC if the price is lower, because you would accumulate at a lower price, and then if BTC rose, this would down the value would be higher, right? We'll analyze the growth scenarios later on. If BTC fell, we'd accumulate even more BTC units, BTC satoshis with the buying, as I just mentioned, right? The key point is that the BTC position has more than tripled from the initial 100,000 due to leverage and reinvested funds. This has directly addressed the goal of Bitcoin accumulation. Boom. And nothing else needs to be said. Nothing else needs to be said. And this is something that I tweeted on the 13th for you guys. Boom. I'll retweet it again. Boom. As an opportunity, and there's different ways and different strategies that you can do this in as well. This is not the only way. This is just one way. Risk management, okay, is key. Whew. All right, so that's going to be it for today's video. If you did not yet hit that like, share, subscribe. If you got offended, do not. I repeat, I do not care, right? I do not. We need to stop being so offended about things. Even myself, I couldn't care less. But you need to make sure that you take advantage of the information. And whether you do it through me or you do it on your own, or this has sparked the idea for you to do something, God bless you. I hope you have success in the future. And if you found any value, if this is helpful in any way, shape, form, any way possible, hit that like, share, subscribe, retweet so somebody else can see and learn. And let's get this Bitcoin, baby. We stacking on this Bitcoin, baby. All right, guys. So 160 of you guys tuned in, whether you're watching on X or YouTube, or combination of X and YouTube. A shout out to you guys tuned in. I appreciate you guys. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Did I not share you guys? Did I not share that? Oh my God, I did not even share that. I did not even share that. That whole time I was talking, I wasn't even sharing. That's crazy. Let me go back. I just retweeted it, actually. I was going in. I was ranting so much I didn't even realize that I was going in. Here it is right here, guys. The optimum $400,000 allocation that I went over. I just read this. That's what I was pretty much doing, was reading this. This is what I was reading right here. End of year one position. This is what I was reading. My bad. My bad for not sharing the screen. It's too busy going there. Too busy ranting away to realize that the screen was off. So I apologize. All right, so now I got some work to do. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully this helped you guys out. God loves you. I love you. Stack your Bitcoin and chill. I don't mean to be aggressive. I'm just trying to get you to wake up. All right? Don't take the passion. Don't mistake the passion for being rude or angry. I'm definitely not rude or angry. Apologize if I came off that way. And I do apologize if you are offended, but just chill, man. We're just trying to help you out, just trying to help you level up in life. And some of you guys need tough love. And I used to be more toxic, so be happy that I'm not more toxic. All right? Cool. All right, guys. It is 3:05. Stack your Bitcoin, chill. See you guys in the next video. Bitcoin for checking out. Send me a DM if you do need help. Matter of fact, if you need help with your credit, you're going to click right here. You're going to click on the link tree. If you need to fix your credit, you're going to click at the link on the link tree. You're going to go to Start Credit Repair Free Credit Analysis. You're going to click there. If you need help getting, you're getting sued right now, you want to discharge your debt with a court of satisfaction and a couple of other ways, you click here. If you are facing a foreclosure, we can help you out. You click here. Most people don't care and are scared of the IRS for some odd reason. But they don't understand that their taxes are voluntary. You click here if you want to get your money back over the last 3 years. And then shout out to everybody that likes, share, subscribe. The shout out to the 2 people that like the live video. There's 160 people watching, but only 2 people actually click like. Shout out to the 2 people that actually click like. Y'all are crazy. I can't even hit like. I'm not asking you for a dime. I'm not asking you for a penny. Yeah, I can't even hit the like button. That's crazy. Hit the like button, man. What's wrong with y'all? Taxes are voluntary, is voluntary. Last day to file your slave wages. Let's see. Now, country song doing numbers. I can't wait to shoot. I'm gonna shoot this music video. Can't wait to shoot this music video. Gotta get my cowboy hat, my cowboy gear. Let's see. Ooh, anything that I've tweeted over the last few days. No, I don't see anything. Typically, I usually tweet. I haven't been tweeting too much. I'm about to close this trade because I feel like we're about to go down lower. Oh, look at that. Again, I met this person when I worked at Hilton, and that was back in 2017, 2018. Right? I wish I would have kept them Bitcoin you had me buy when I first met you. I know, bro. I know. Yeah, man, y'all don't listen. It's like most people gonna watch this video, they're not gonna hit the like button, and they're not gonna listen. They're gonna continue scrolling, and they're gonna continue to be brokies. And it is what it is. This is crazy. Let me go ahead and put you guys on game. Let me put this last thing on game. Let me put y'all on game before I slap. This lady, Jasinowski versus Countrywide Home Loans. Okay, this is crazy. What she did is she did a refinance, right? And when you do a refinance, they are supposed to send you 2 um, rescission notices within, I think it's within like 3 days or 3 years. I'm not sure. Don't look up this case law. Anyways, the facts are they're supposed to present to you the rescission notice, right? If they do not present to you the rescission notice um, within a certain amount of time, you have 3 years to cancel the mortgage, right? And maybe I'm even maybe mistaken. This is a couple days ago, so I'm reading so much stuff that it's kind of here nor there. I can actually look it up. No, I didn't. And this is how I'm able to help people with their foreclosures, because I read, and the law says that if it cannot prove it owned the promissory note at the time of foreclosure began, they cannot foreclose. They don't own it. Why, guys? Because they monetize it. There's something called mortgage-backed securities, and they break the title chain, the chain of title, the chain of custody, right? So if they break the title, they cannot foreclose on it, and it's because you don't know that they're taking advantage of you. Ignorance is the most expensive tax. Ignorance tax is the most expensive tax. Anyways, I just want to jump on this real quick. It's because she pretty much refinanced in the refinance agreements, whether or not they have to send the notice, um, as far as the rescission notice or not. I'm not 100% sure on the details, but either way, the point is she refinanced. You have about 3 years to cancel the mortgage, as long as you send to them in writing within 3 years. She sent to them in writing. She actually did it like the day of the 3 years, which is crazy. And they said that there needed to be a lawsuit. So she pretty much tried to rescind the mortgage, right? Because they they committed fraud by not sending or giving her the correct notice for rescission. Matter of fact, let me just stop. Let me stop talking about it and let me look it up, because I read so much that I get confused. What's her name? Jenoski, Jesinos. Yeah, Jenoski. I'm looking for it real quick for you guys, because I want to make sure I tell you guys the right information. That's one thing you can count on. If I don't know, I'm gonna tell you I don't know, and I will find it out. I'd rather be honest with you. Oh, here it is. Found it. Found it. All right, this will be the last thing, and then I'm getting off here. The full legal breakdown of Miss Jess N. Oski versus Country Home Loan. So, who Larry and Cheryl, husband and wife, homeowners versus the Countrywide Home Loans Inc. lender, later acquired by Bank of America. What happened? February 23, 2007, they closed on a refinance mortgage loan with Countrywide to refinance their primary residence. They allege at closing the lender failed to deliver two required copies to the. Yep, see, I was right. I was just, I was a little. I didn't want to be, if I didn't know 100%, I'd rather check than tell you guys the wrong information. Notice to right to cancel. Two required copies of the notice of the right to cancel and other truth in lending disclosures which borrowers must receive by federal law. So, if the lenders fail to provide proper disclosures, borrowers have 3 years the right to rescind, which is to cancel the loan by simply sending in a written notice. No lawsuit is needed. So she pretty much exactly 3 years after the loan closed, then they sent a written notice of rescission to Countrywide on February 23rd, 2010. Remember, I said she waited 3 years. And then the Countrywide and Bank of America refused to honor the rescission, arguing that the rescission is invalid because it had not filed a lawsuit within the 3 years. So the point is, there was not needed to be a lawsuit. Here it is. Written notice was enough to rescind within 3 years. No lawsuit is required. So that means she pretty much. Let me ask. Let me ask. Does it just mean that she got the house for free, guys? Let's ask. Not get the house for free, but she canceled the loan. He says if she did, then that means there it is. She had no enforceable mortgage after rescission was exercised. Boom. So she has no mortgage. Correct, correct, correct. She has no mortgage. Correct, correct, correct. And this is all simply because she knew the law. That's why I keep telling you guys, read the law. Read and note your rights. If you don't know your rights, you're going to get taken advantage of. Supreme Court ruling says, so long as the borrower notifies within 3 years after the transaction is consummated, his rescission is timely. The statute does not require him to sue within 3 years, just a written notification. And boom. The lender must return everything paid by the borrower. Interest. Look at that. The lender must return everything paid by the borrower. Interest, fees, and principal payments. The borrower must tender the loan proceeds, but only after the lender return the above. If lenders refuse to act therefore, the borrower must tender the loan proceeds, but only after the lender returns the above. What does this mean? The borrower must tender the loan proceeds. I don't know what that means, so I'm gonna look that up. All right, they forfeit, but if the lender refuses to act, they forfeit enforcement rights, and the debt remains unsecured. Yes, had no mortgage once she exercised the rescission. Simple as that. Boom. All right, so I am done. I am done. I am done. I typically don't even jump into and like to mix, this stuff, but because I was scrolling down the timeline and it popped up here, I just showed you how to refinance your house, and if they don't provide you two notice of rescissions and other truth in lending disclosures, then you can rescind your mortgage within 3 years, and you won't got no mortgage. You're welcome. Bitcoin Chris checking out. See you in the next video. God loves you. I love you. Go get my new book, swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. Head over to Bitcoin Dad Fiat Dad. Get the Bitcoin Dad Fiat Dad book now on Amazon, or order it on the website. Make sure you get that fold app. All right, you guys. You guys have a great day. Or end it out. Cullinan is out. The Storm is out. I got a bunch of new music out. I have a country album coming out soon as well. A little country-ish album. It's country-ish. Um, and a lot more music on the way. So shout out to you guys. I love you. God loves you. Stack your Bitcoin and chill. Hit that like, share, subscribe for the love of God. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me turn this camera around. Turn this camera around so y'all can see me. Oh, it don't even let me see. Where am I at? There I am. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Bitcoin Chris.
You are way too turned.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
feeling like $1 billion. Yeah, couldn't give $1 billion fucks. No, I've been stacking Bitcoin, yeah. So now your boy is up, yeah. Pull up in that melanin. I bet you that she coming in. You can't pay these vibes. Live a life, only need a crib for the dollar bill.
Dollar bill now.
Need a crib. I done took the orange pill.
I'm taking, I've gone, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, baby, jumping location. Oh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, you know that I'm a bad. Girl, I know you want it bad. Boom, baby, jumping location. Baby, jumping location. Ooh, you know when I'm a bad. Girl, you messing with a bad. Yeah.
I love it when you drop it low.
Bring it up fast, make your body round for me, baby, yeah.
So bend it over, touch your toes.
Girl, bring your body, come to me, run to me.
You are way
The way you do it, girl, you're such
Pull
a
up in
pro.
that coloring. I bet that shit coming in, yeah. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah.
Only need a crib for the dollar bill.
Dollar bill now.
Need a crib. I done took the orange pill.
I'm taking, I've gone, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, baby, jumping location. Oh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, you know that I'm a bad. Girl, I know you want it bad. Ooh, baby, jumping location. Baby, jumping location. Ooh, you know I'm a bad. Girl, you messing with a bad. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah.